Frank Pug is back for today's video. Why? Because he's the star of the bloody show. Today, me and ChatGPT are going to put this guy in Football Manager. Let's get into it. I've prepped this in advance. Big man Frank, you're going to be a star. I said to ChatGPT, are you familiar with the game Football Manager? Yes, I'm familiar with Football Manager. It's a football, soccer, management simulation game developed by Sports Interactive. In it, you take on the role of a football club manager, handling everything from tactics and training to transfers, scouting and media interactions. It's known for its deep database, realism and complexity, not for its graphics. Are you playing a particular version or looking for help with a specific part of the game? ChatGPT says. I am using FM24 to make experimental videos for YouTube. Listen to him panting. He's loving it. How excited is this guy? Oh, wait. Oh, we're kicking off. We're kicking off. Oh, dear. Oh, we've got stage fright, have we? Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Frankie, he's derailed the video already. We're less than 2 minutes in. You want to go? You want to go? He's off. He's already off. You go and have a waff at the window, mate. Hey, dear. So I said, I'm using FM24 and I make experimental videos for YouTube. I have an idea that I thought you could help me with. That sounds like a great use of FM24. The game is perfect for creating in-depth, data-driven experiments. I'd be glad to help. What's your idea for the video? I want to create a player, but the attributes of the player are currently undecided. That's where you come in. However, the twist is I want to base the player on one of my dogs. Here's a pug. That's a brilliant and fun twist. Basing a Football Manager player on a pug adds a creative and humorous angle for a YouTube video, especially if you lean into the contrast between dog traits and football attributes. To tailor the player properly, I'll need a bit more info about your pug's personality and physical traits. Some questions to guide us. Brilliant. They've not just gone, here's some attributes for a dog. No, they want some questions about his personality. AI, the future. Temperament. Is he energetic, lazy, stubborn, eager to please? Intelligence. Is he a quick learner or more on the goofy side? Behaviour with others. Friendly with people / dogs. Territorial, dominant. Agility / speed. Zippy and agile or clumsy and slow. Endurance. Can he play all day or gets tired quickly? Quirks. Any unique or funny habits that could inspire traits. He's woofing again. Name if you want to include that player in the video profile. Once you have those, you can down the player matching attributes, blah, blah, blah. So I put, he's energetic and lazy at the same time, if that makes sense. When there's food on offer, he has plenty of energy and speed to get what he wants. He's very eager to please and a very friendly boy with both people and other dogs. He is clever, but would be more on the goofy side. In terms of agility and speed, he is a bit clumsy and very strong. He will run into things and through people to get to food. But this is when he shows his zippy, agile side. Oh, perfect. Your pug sounds like a lovable powerhouse with bursts of chaotic energy. Based on what you've described, here's a fun thematic approach to building an FM24 version of him. Advanced forward or poacher. Impact sub or cult hero. Short. Stocky. Butterness. Either because he charges through regardless. Personality. Spirited, fairly determined, jovial. He won't be jovial, I'll tell you that for free. Key physicals. Acceleration 16. Pace 9. Stamina 5, strength 14. I'm going to move some of these because strength, he needs about 18. He is a strong boy. Balance 7, that's fair. Agility 10, fair. Finishing 14, especially when the goal is food. I'm sorry, his finishing is going to be 20. He never fails to finish his dinner. Dribbling. He doesn't dribble that much for a dog, so, 8 is fine. First touch, 9. Again, he's not that good. His technique, and again, technique being 10 down here. You throw something to catch it, he will go to catch it, and it'll just hit him in the face. He's one of those dogs. He's hilarious, but yeah, he's got no technique. So first touch and technique will be bad. Anticipation. He has got anticipation for days and determination. Off the ball. Always find space in the kitchen. I love that from ChatGPT. Work rate 12. High when food driven, low otherwise. That's fair. Composure, gets excited easily. That's very true. Teamwork 15. Friendly and eager to please. Absolutely. Flair and decisions, blah, blah, blah. Preferred moves, all these. Yep. Nickname, the bulldozer or the snack hunter. I mean, I don't think we need a nickname for him, but that's fine. That's a really great start. There are some other attributes, both front-facing and hidden, we haven't covered off yet. So then goalkeeping, not a goalkeeper. So bravery 14, fair. Concentration 6, yeah, to be fair, his concentration's bad because he's very, very poor at listening. Vision 9, leadership 8, aggression 12. Again, he's not aggressive at all, so I'm probably going to put his aggression down at 1. Loyalty 18, pugs are ride or die, yeah, but he's going to have loyalty at 20. Consistency, again, I'm probably going to put him up at like 15, 16 because he's very consistent in terms of his behaviour. Again, dirtiness down at 1, injury proneness, probably bring him down a bit. So what we're going to do is I'm going to come create him using this little as a bit of a baseline, and I'm going to make some tweaks to exactly what ChatGPT said, but this is going to be the rough framework of what we're going to go with. And then we're going to make him a wonder kid, going to give him high potential, and we're going to hope he goes on and wins the Ballon d'Or. We'll see. Into the future, to future Jay. With the power of editing, just like that, the intro turns to this. However, it has been about 2 weeks. I've been meaning to record this for over a week. I've had it simmed. You might be able to hear from my voice. I've had a cold. I've had a sore throat. I've had some bug, right? Me and my missus and everyone in our house has had it. Varying, wild, different symptoms, to the point where my throat felt like glass for the last few days. And I've barely been able to speak. I'm now able to speak, but it's not happened yet. But let me tell you, through this video, it will happen. I'm like a teenage boy going through puberty. My voice goes woo all the bloody time. Look forward to that. But here we go. Frank Pug is here. He's a striker. Now, let me just quick refer back to ChatGPT. So yeah, some of the attributes that we went with a striker because I thought striker would be the best for it. And of course, ChatGPT did go for 16 acceleration and 9 pace. We honoured that because I do agree he's very quick off the mark, but once he gets to his pace, quick, he's not the fastest. He can be quite quick when there's food involved, but and then his natural fitness and stamina are quite low. His jumping reach is poor. His balance is poor because he's a bit of an oaf. Same as his heading. He's a bit of a clumsy little woofer. So, yeah, that's why we got that. ChatGPT also wanted us to do finishing 14, which I felt was very harsh. I've put 19. The reason I'm not going straight for 20 is because when he's eating his dinner in his little bowl, sometimes if a little morsel of food goes outside of the bowl, under the lip, all he's got to do is just nudge the bowl. Not even carpeted floor, it's wood floor, so it would easily slide. He knows it would easily slide because he's pushed things before. However, he just sits there huffing at you going, till you move it. That's why he's not got 20 for finishing, because he doesn't always finish his dinner without assistance. His anticipation's great. He's got no aggression whatsoever. His concentration's brilliant when there's food involved. Determination, 20, you better believe it. So yeah, we've just broad range of attributes, and what we've been left with is a player that's 112 current ability. I've got 190 potential ability, and of course these are the hidden attributes. Now professionalism at 18, we want him to reach that potential, so I've gone with that. And then 20 for loyalty. Everything else is just sort of just dotted around, really. I've left it sort of a bit open-ended. Removed dirtiness, and we've removed injury proneness as well, because I want injury proneness. I don't want to be injured at all. He's not a controversial pug. He's a good boy. Look at him. Happy chap. So yeah, there you go. That's the attribute breakdown. That's what we've gone with. He will improve as well, so a lot of these will change. But we've not offered him up to a club. The goal is to win trophies, to get capped by England, to win trophies with England, and win personal accolades. Most notably, the Ballon d'Or. Can a dog win the Ballon d'Or? Let's find out. Let's go to the end of the first season and see who snaps him up. Okay, so as you can see here, big man Frankie Pug has gone to Bolton Wanderers in Sky Bet League One. He's played 42 times and scored 10 goals this season. He's turned 16 last month, so he's been a 15-year-old, been representing it in the Bolton team. So let's have a look at some of his attributes. His pace and acceleration have both gone up. Long shots has gone up. That was at 5. I feel his positioning's been done a bit dirty at 8, or maybe did him a bit dirty there. I did give him some player traits as well. I neglected to mention that. Gets into opposition area. By that I mean in the drop zone near the high chair where our little lad eats, because he knows that that's where the good stuff comes from. Like, little lad, when he's had enough, he'll start dropping things for him, and even when he's not had enough, he'll share, and he'll look and go, go on then, have a bit of that. To our annoyance. So yeah, gets into opposition area. He moves into the channel. So yeah, if you're trying to block him off one way, he'll go the other. Very clever. He gets forward whenever possible. You better believe it. Very difficult to stop him when there's food involved. He likes to round the keeper. I would class myself as the keeper in this scenario, and he gets round me all the bloody time. And he gets the crowd going because, he's look at that face. Who wouldn't love that face? He's number 9 here at Bolton as well. Love how it says Pug on his t-shirt. Love it says Pug on his kit. That's hilarious. So yeah, Agent F over here is moving on quite nicely. He's now up at 122, so he's improved 12 attribute points. A couple of composure as well. He was at 10, so some good forward attributes he's actually got here. Only 8 goals though in Sky Bet League One, which is disappointing. However, Bolton Wanderers have gone up in the playoffs. They've been promoted. I was going to say, did Frank Pug score the goal? No, he got hooked in the 66th minute because he was playing shite. So there we go then. Next season, he'll be in the Sky Bet Championship and nowhere near qualified. But in a team that also probably is nowhere near qualified. Second best player in our team behind Nathan Baxter, the goalkeeper. He's going to be one of the best players in this team, so he'll definitely be playing next season in the Championship. Two up front as well, so he's got a strike partner. It's just hilarious. Look at a little pug there. So Championship then, second season. Let's go and see how we got on. So he's still here. He's now 5'4". He's at 131. 14 in 42 this season, so he's scored more goals. His composure's gone up again. His pace has gone up again. His balance has gone up. His agility, I think, has gone up. Positioning has. Yeah, quite a few attributes have gone up. That's nice. £2,000 a week, yeah. Give me some of that, Frank. Don't forget who gets up at the crack of dawn and takes you for a walk, boy. Me. From rain or shine. How did Bolton do? 12th. 12th in the Championship. Well, I did not expect that. Did not expect that, especially with only 14 goals from Frank Pug. Well, 59 points. Very tight. Very tight. 4 points separating like 7 or 8 teams. So there you go. So that's season 2 in the books. Let's go to season 3 in a second, because he's actually in the England under 21 squad. So in this timeline, Thomas Tuchel has won the Euros with England. It was Frank Pug who is simply they won on penalties against France. Frank Pug is simply in the England squad as backup for the under 21s. Frank Pug's down here. I mean, look at this. Frank Pug is in some good company. Banner Gittins, Joby Bellingham, Cole Palmer, Alex Scott, Harvey Elliott, Levi Colwell, Ethan Nwaneri. This is your team of the future. So I'm confident. When will he get his first cap? I mean, is it 131? I feel like being in the Championship now is going to start off diminishing returns. He needs to move to a Premier League club. Maybe this season, if not this season, at the start of the next season. And see how we go from there. But let's get through to the end of the next season. See how we get on. Well, he has made that transfer. He's gone to Everton. So, firstly, he's up at 137. Let's just work this out. So, £9.5 million to Everton. He moved there 4 days ago, and he was relegated from the Sky Bet Championship in a season where he scored 8 in 41. Actually ticked over. Yeah, Bolton getting relegated quite handedly as well, like 10 points away from being safe. So, yeah, it's time for him to get out. It was time for him to leave. I imagine that was probably some sort of relegation release clause, £9.5 million. Everton didn't need to be asked twice. They've snapped him up. And where did they finish? Philippe Clement finished 8th in the Premier League with Everton. No, he didn't. It's alphabetisation because we've already ticked over. It was 9th for Everton. So, yeah, not far from actually where they started. Yeah, he's now up at 137. And, yeah, some of his attributes are improving again. Composure again still flying up there. He's doing really well with that. Quite hard to discern which attributes are improved elsewhere because they're not the key attributes that you sort of focus in on. And we've sort of ignored them. So, yeah, that's about it. So, he's going to be in the Premier League for the first time. It's a loan move on the cards. We'll see. Let's go to 2027. Still at Everton, he's up at 148. He's come off the bench quite a bit this season. He's not scored at all. He played lots in Everton's under 21s, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, only one start in the Premier League. The rest of them were all off the bench. So I'm not going to hold it against him that he's not scored. His attribute breakdown is a little bit janky for centre forward. Especially consider he's now at 5'5" as well. He's 19 years old as well. So yeah, how did Everton do in the league? Oh, 16th. Only avoiding relegation by a point. We lost to Man City on the final day of the season, who actually won the league. Arsenal beat Nottingham Forest, so it wasn't like Man City won the league because of that win. Hey, look at this. Arsenal have got Vinicius Jr. Bloody hell. They've signed him for £81 million. That's a steal, isn't it? How have you got him for £81 million? Arsenal are littering through these charts. Saka and Martinelli are the two best players. Vinicius Jr. second top goal scorer. Martin Odegaard second top assister. No wonder they nearly won the league. But nearly relegation on the cards for Frank Pug. And it's nearly his second team that's gone down with him at the club. Let's hope we can avoid that. Let's go to 2028. Right. Okay. He's at 156 now. He started 15 games, 10 off the bench, scored 3, assisted 2. So he's not scoring loads, unfortunately. But he's got a cap for England. Peter Bosch has called him up once. How humiliating. But he's only 20. He's going to rock and roll in that England squad, almost certainly. Like I said, he's up at 156 now, only 34 away from his potential. And with years of growth left in him, I think he'll pretty much hit it. Especially now, he's playing in the Premier League as well. Where did Everton finish? So you got Vladimir Weiss, who plays a 4-4-2, and they finished 10th. Why is Philippe Clement not there? He got sacked. Vladimir Weiss would have been here last year. Sean Dyche has left the manager. Where did he go? Aston Villa. Okay. Right. Okay, so not much more to say. Let's move on. Here he is. He's still here at Everton, and in this most recent season, he's played 37 times, never coming off the bench. 8 goals. It's not enough goals. His finishing's up at 20. His composure's up at 18. And that was at 10. That's really interesting. If you get a player, striker, with not the best composure, who's young, who's got bags of potential and a good personality, looks like composure is probably going to go through the roof for you on its own. Maybe a player with 9 or 10 composure to begin with that you'd automatically dismiss. Is it worth taking a chance? Based on this, I'd certainly say so. Vladimir Weiss has stayed in his job, and Everton have remained in 8th, means Conference League football. We're not really featuring in the top charts with anyone, unfortunately. Jared Blanthwaite's down here for shots blocked, defending penalty minutes. Adam Wharton has gone to Tottenham from Crystal Palace for £21 million. That's a steal, if you ask me. This next season, he's going to be in the Conference League. Can he win a European trophy with Everton? Our first trophy of the experiment, no less. Let's see. Can he win it? Okay, right. He's wanted by PSG. Don't do it, Frank. He's up at 182 now. He's nearly at his potential. Still here at Everton. This most recent season, 10 in 37. He only got 2 in 6 in the Conference League. That doesn't bode well. I'm not overly excited about that. He's on 96k a week. Worth a lot more. There's his attribute breakdown. He's starting to look a very, very, very complete forward. Obviously, the aerial reach and the aerial side of things is never going to actually make it that high, considering he's only 5'5" now. But his heading's up at 10, started off at 5. His jumping reach started off at, I think, 10, and he's now up at 13. Pace up at 13, acceleration at 19. So he's really going through the gears with some of these attributes. Where did Everton finish in the league, though? 8th again, and once again getting Conference League football. That tells me everything I need to know. They didn't win the Conference League. They lost in the quarter-final to Roma. But he's wanted. Will he stay or will he go? Well, a transfer has happened. He's left Everton for £98 million. That seems a little bit cheap to me for a player of this calibre. He's gone to Arsenal, though, who, let's not forget, we saw had Vinny Jr. earlier in the experiment. Oh my God, Vincent Kompany's in charge. They've won 4 Champions Leagues up to this point. Right, when did he go to Arsenal? He's on 215k a week. That's a bit more understandable. Frank Pug. He won the World Cup with England. 3-0 in the final. He didn't actually feature in the final. It was Jude Soon-Bell that started the final. A 138 player. I get it? Harry Kane. Oh, Harry Kane's retired now. Can't look at where he was at, but he was obviously on the decline. But Frank Pug didn't start. Feel a little bit aggrieved by that. But he has got 7 in 21 in terms of international appearances. And as I say, £98 million from Everton to Arsenal. And that was, doesn't really say. Oh, the 11th of the 7th, 2030. Oh, so he spent the full season here at Arsenal. Yeah, 7 in 30. And he's helped Arsenal to win a Premier League. Look at that. Saka, best player. Martinelli, 3rd best player. Vinicius Jr., 2nd top goal scorer. Again, Saka, 3rd assist. Martin Odegaard, top of the assist charts. Ryan Gravenberch has gone to Manchester City for £83 million. Just thought you all might like to know that. Although you've probably all seen it. Probably didn't need me to say it. I've said it. There you go. But Arsenal winning the Premier League. And yeah, they've won the Champions League final. So he's started the Champions League final. So he's won the Premier League and the Champions League in the same season. And then he went and won the FA Cup 4-1 against West Ham. Unfortunately, Frank Pug did not get on the score sheet either in that game. Bit disappointing, to be perfectly honest, but it is what it is. A treble, the treble, nearly a quadruple. Say nearly a quadruple. Don't know how he did in the Carabao Cup, but Chelsea beat Newcastle. So, big signing to Arsenal. Not playing the best, but he's won some trophies. Can he carry on and keep winning those trophies? Let's go to 2032. Still at Arsenal, and this season's been a better season. He scored 23 in all competitions, 7 in the Champions League, 15 in the Premier League, in a season where firstly, he's at his potential. So that's fantastic to see. Secondly, in a season where Arsenal finished first yet again, that's 4 in a row. How long has Vincent Kompany been here? Only a year and a half. Okay, Mikel Arteta left to go to PSG, of course he did. He's been named in the England seasonal best 11 and the Arsenal seasonal best 11, but no other awards or individual accolades, unfortunately. He's considered a leader in terms of his personality type. I think you have to hit a certain age to be a leader. I think the age threshold is probably 24. And of course, there's some attributes that go down there. Leadership probably has to be 18 plus. He's essentially a model citizen, maybe. I guess, I don't know. I've not actually done leadership as a personality type, I don't think. It's been a long while. So, Real Madrid beat Chelsea in the Champions League final. City beat Arsenal. Frank Pug had to come off the bench, unfortunately. Didn't really get a chance to make much of an impact. Look at that. City have got Donnarumma, Antonio Silva, Cristiano Ronaldo Jr. Bloody hell. 80 million from Bayer Leverkusen. Carabao? No, Palace beat Wolves 3-0 there. So, yeah, so he's just won the Premier League this season. So it's 2 Premier Leagues now for Frank Pug. Still probably quite a way away from a Ballon d'Or, but we're going to start doing some bigger jumps now because he's at his potential. We've seen what he's capable of. He is only 24 years old. Of course, to try and condense this video down with the intro and all the waffle to begin with about setting him up, I'm conscious this video might be exceeding the already slightly longer length of video than I would ideally like. So let's start moving forward a bit quicker. Let's do 3 years now to 2035. Will he still be at Arsenal? He is still at Arsenal, but he's wanted by Man City. Okay, so first of all, let's go and have a look here. 19 and 55 for England. His most recent season, he scored 19 Premier League goals. That might be enough to get him on the podium. It's his best season goal return wise with 19. Unfortunately, the season before he only scored 8, and the season before that he got 13. But he's been at Arsenal actually longer than he was at Everton all of a sudden. Now, in terms of the Premier League, the ironic thing is the 2 seasons where we got 13 and then 8, they've won the league. This season, where he's fired 19 goals in, not only is he not in the top goal scorer charts, he is in a team that finished second. And Marco Rose is in charge. Has been for nearly a year. Vincent Kompany has left the building. He's gone to Barcelona. The music vibrates him. That's going to be a problem for Arsenal going forward. The FA Cup, of course. Manchester United have won the most recent season, but we did win another FA Cup in 2032-33, beating Liverpool in said final. And the Carabao Cup, we beat Aston Villa last season. Take our first Carabao Cup home. Came run up to Brighton the season before that. And it's Man City and Chelsea who have made up the final most recently. And yeah, Man City came out on top. Cristiano Ronaldo Jr. scoring the goal in the Carabao Cup final for Manchester City. Just anyone cares. But yeah, Marco Rose is here. No more Champions Leagues. Still just got the 4. It was 3 for Real Madrid in the most recent 4 years. If we look at Arsenal, their key player and their captain is Frank Pug. So yeah, nice to see a pooch in there. Happy smiling boy. They haven't got much money in the bank. The Marco Rose has not got much to work with. So I'm wondering, is it time to try and manoeuvre Frank Pug out of the club? And we can't do anything. We just got to cross our fingers and hope. But we'll see. How old is he? He's 27. Let's go 3 more years. He'll be 30. So he's still here at Arsenal. He's remained loyal. Big man loyalty. And 11 in the most recent season in the league. 15 in total. He scored. He's not scoring prolifically, is he? 10 goals here. 11 goals there. So, yeah, his goal return, unfortunately, is not good enough. He started to be retrained as well as a cam. I say started, he's played there maybe once, bit of a makeshift sort of situation. And I must have missed that because that wasn't this season. He's got 18 and 22, it says there, on developmental in international football. So 37 and 80. 37 and 80 overall for England. And who's in charge of England? It is Michael Skubala, who we can't keep out of these experiments. First in the world. So we won the Euros, didn't we, in 2024? Let's just quickly go back and look at England. So the World Cup, we got knocked out in the round of 16 against USA. 2027, we qualified for the Euros, and we lost in the final to France. 3-1. Once again, easy passage to the World Cup, and we won the World Cup again in 2030. So a 3-0 win in the final. 2032, out in the second round to Belgium. 2034, beat Ireland in the 3rd place playoff. And we won the Euros, beating Netherlands 2-1 in the final. Unfortunately, no important goals for Frank Pug. Hey, there we go. A 92nd minute goal to make it 4-0 against Italy. Here he is. James Ransom. Hope he doesn't get kidnapped. They demand some money. Hey, demanding a ransom for ransom. At least I entertain myself. Apologies. Now, the Premier League, in the last 3 years, Arsenal have won another. Man City have come back and won 2. And look at this. Down in 4th. Marco Rose somehow has kept his job. Now, in terms of Champions Leagues, last season we did win a Champions League, beating Chelsea in the final 1-0. We also won the FA Cup final 2-1 against West Ham. And we lost 2-0 in the Carabao Cup final to City. So, again, nearly some good trophy haul. Very good trophy haul. Okay. So it's 2038. He's 30. He's going to start declining now. And we'll check in on Ballon d'Ors at the end. See if he's managed to win any. But in terms of his career, I think despite his goals being a bit muted, 1 every 3 games, for a player as good as he is, I think the attribute distribution has been a little bit janky for him, and it's caused a little bit of a headache getting him to this point. Let's go through to go 3 years again. Let's go to, he's 33 years old. Let's go to 2041. Okay, so he's still here and he's now down at 188. So he's held on to his attributes really well, actually. At 33 years old, he's only decreased by 2. Now, his speed is coming down. Other things will be coming up, though, to compensate. He's actually been played a little bit on the left wing as well. Don't really agree with that, but hey, I'm not his manager. 14 last season, 11 this season, and 10 the season before that. So he's chipping in with goals, just, again, for your main man. Not enough. But last season, when he did get those goals, it actually did a line where he helped Arsenal to win the league. This season, not so much, and it was Newcastle that took the victory. Marco Rose is still here and in charge. Champions League. Wow. We've come runner-up, but Chelsea have won 3 in a row, beating United, us, Arsenal, and Newcastle United. So, yeah, Chelsea are on a bit of a tear at the moment. Thomas Tuchel's there. He's been there for just over nearly 3 years now, actually. Arne Slot was there, now the manager of Inter. Danny Welbeck was caretaker. He's the assistant manager at Chelsea. Pep came in less than a year and got sacked. 3 years ago, they won the FA Cup as well, beating Spurs, a North London derby, in the final of the FA Cup, and he managed to help them win it. We've lost 3 Carabao Cup finals in a row as well, to City twice, and Chelsea, but nothing in the last 3 years. Although Cardiff City have just beaten Man City in the final. Oh, they are in the Premier League. They've just been relegated. Although Cardiff were expected to finish 14th, so they have underachieved in that regard. 51 goals in 114 caps for England. Luis Enrique is in charge. Out in the round of 16 in the 2038 World Cup. In the 2040 Euros, lost on penalties in the final to Portugal. How devastating is that? Okay. Surely by the time we come back, if we come back in another 3 years at 36, I think he'll probably be gone and really winding down his career now. So let's go through those 3 years. He's gone to Saudi. He's really fallen off the face of the earth now in terms of his ability. He's been in Saudi for a season, went for £36 million, and he's on £1.4 million a week. Been retrained as a central midfielder, and he's also been retrained as a cam. In terms of his, composure's up at 20 now, off the ball at 20. Losing attributes for speed, but picking him up elsewhere. Passing's up at 15. He's holding on to a lot of attributes. His professionalism's up at 20. His consistency's improved greatly over the experiment. And of course, the loyalty is still at 20. But that we're going to call it there because he's going to retire at the end of this very, very shortly. Has he retired from international football? That is the question. He did on the 20th of the 7th, 2042. So after the tournament in 2042, I would have thought Anthony Barry's in charge of England. They got knocked out of the second round of the World Cup. So that was his last tournament. Scored a goal against Germany in a 3-1 win. Scored the opener in a 2-2 draw against New Zealand. Didn't score against Saudi Arabia. And then we watched England lose to Spain 1-0 in the second round. So he left for 3 years. So Arsenal. Mikel Arteta's back at Arsenal. He has been back for nearly 3 years. So it's come full circle. They've got loads of money again. They're a bit shy of money for a short space of time. They've got a new stadium. They've got the Thierry Henry Arena. Didn't realise that. That's where all the money probably went. Even though they've just not long built the Emirates, one of the best stadiums in the country. An 88,000 capacity stadium, the Thierry Henry Arena. He won an FA Cup as well 3 years ago. No Carabao Cups. Okay, so he's done very well in terms of his trophies throughout his career. Let's have a look at Golden Balls. I don't think he's going to be even in the top 3 at all. Right, so here we go. We started off the experiment here, and he's going to take a while for him to sort of get himself in the mix. But even still, he didn't score that many goals, so I can't see him getting anywhere near this top 3. Never mind finishing first and winning the Ballon d'Or. But, hey, we might as well look while we're here, mightn't we? But we're getting nothing. Absolutely nothing. There's Lamine Yamal winning the Ballon d'Or at 28 for Barcelona. Saini Bojang, 3rd place there for Atletico Madrid. What a name. Nick Kronberg for Spurs. Jude Bellingham, 2nd place. Played attacking midfield left. And yet, not a lot else to see. And we're nearly closing on present day, and he's not done it. He's not won a Ballon d'Or. However, he's had a bloody good career, hasn't he? He's had a fantastic career. Let's have a look at his milestones. And in terms of his awards, he's in season the best team, best season 11 and all that jazz. Shortlisted for the 2037 World Football of the Year. Didn't make the top 3 though. So yeah, nothing there. In terms of competitions, right, let's have a look what he won then. So he's won an FA Cup, the International League, Premier League, another FA Cup, Champions League, another FA Cup, Club World Championship. Does it count? Do we care? Euros, Premier League, third place in the World Cup. He's won the International League again. Premier League, third place in the World Cup. Carabao Cup he's won there. I think he's won all the main trophies in England. He's won the Premier League, Carabao Cup, FA Cup. He's won the Champions League. And he's gone on and won the Euros and the World Cup at some point with England. So, all in all, a phenomenal career. And it was a hell of a lot of fun to make him. Now, that's just one of the 3 dogs that I've got. The next 2, the Chihuahuas, well, they're like thick as thieves. They're like partners in crime. So do they get their own video or do they get a combo video? That is the question. Let me know in the comments down below. Will they be different positions? Quite possibly. I think we'll probably consult ChatGPT again and we'll talk to that. We'll talk to ChatGPT and get a little bit of a basis of a foundation about who they are and what they're about to try and determine some attributes and some positional in their position, basically. But I will have authority to overrule AI because at the end of the day, I do know the dogs better than ChatGPT. They're just giving me a bit of a baseline. Yeah, don't know why I did that, but there you go. So that's that. There's Frank's career, and it was phenomenal. So yeah, both Chihuahuas. Probably do their own video, probably deserve their own video, and then maybe we'll do a combo, like a versus all 3, where we start them off exactly as they are. Maybe we'll make a few tweaks to certain attributes and certain things as well. But yeah, let me know what you think, and if you've got any other variations of this kind of thing that you want to see me do, let me know. I guess I'd be willing to put other people's pets in if you do a ChatGPT chat log and send it to me. Maybe, I guess. That might be something we can do. Yeah, hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Shout out to the big man Frank. And yeah, what a career. Take good care of yourselves, gang. See you soon.